In algebra, we can use different letters to represent unknowns. For example, we may use A, B, C, X, Y, Z, etc. to make different expressions, which are called algebraic expression. For example, we can have A plus B. We may have A plus B plus XE. We may have like A minus C plus 2x minus 2ez, etc. All of them, they're called algebraic expressions. Next, we come to talk about power. And so let's revise. A times A, we call A squared, and the word is spelled as square, S-Q-U-A-R-E. If you have A times A times A, we call it A cubed, and we use the word C-U-B-E cubed to describe the power. If the power is very large, then A times A times A times A, we call is A to the power 4. So after reviewing the meaning of power, then now we can come to have some different algebraic expressions. For example, we write A times B as A squared B, or A times B will be called AB squared. If you consider number together, for example, you have 4 times A times A times A times B, we write it as 4A cubed B squared. After knowing the use of letters and the meaning of algebraic expressions, then we come to the addition, subtraction of algebraic expressions. Before that, we should know two terms. One is called like terms, L-I-K-E, like terms, and the other one is called unlike terms. So let's begin with unlike terms first. So it will be like apple and orange, for example, A plus C. So they are different letter, different looking, so that's why they cannot be added up together. So that's why A and C, they are called unlike terms. Similarly, you can also say A, X, Y, they are unlike terms. So that's why any calculation on them, like A minus 2x plus 3y, so they cannot be calculated. So that means that's all. This is the answer. Then even the looking are very alike. For example, like A squared B and AB squared. We will say because they are having different power, because the first one should be A squared, 1b, whereas the second one is 1a, 2b. So if you don't understand it, that means the first one should be understood as A times B because of A squared, where the second one should be called A times B because of B squared. They are different. So that means when you do the calculation on A squared B plus AB squared, they cannot be added up, and that's all for the answer. Now, if you understand the idea about unlike terms, then let's move on to like terms. Like terms, by the name, that means they are alike or they are almost of the same looking. For example, like when you have 2a, 7a, so they are called like terms. So that's why when you do calculation on 2a plus 7a, they can be added up and give you 9a. How to do it? So it's like direct number. We add 2 and 7 together and give you a 9. So if it's more complicated like 2a minus 7a, so we do the same thing. First of all, so we have 2 minus 7, which you should remember how to do it. It's negative 5. Then the answer would be negative 5a. Do remember that when you do addition, subtraction on the like terms, 2a, 7a, no matter it's plus or minus, the answer should be also in terms of a. For example, like 7a minus 11a, and then next it should be something about a. And what are the values? Should be 7 minus 11 and give you negative 4. So this is about like terms. Sometimes we'll mix up the like terms in the calculation. For example, like 2a plus 4b minus 5a minus like 6b, for example. Then we will be underlining the terms and do the calculation one by one. For example, the first like terms appear when you have 2a minus 5a, which gives you minus 3a first. Next, 4b minus 6b, 4 minus 6, so it's also negative, minus 2 and minus 2b. So that's why at last you have the answer called minus 3a minus 2b. Do remember that a and b, they are unlike terms, so that's why these two cannot be put together, which means this is the answer already. Let's come to this longer question. Many students like to move the terms because they like to put the a together, b together, etc. but they write like a minus 3a plus b plus 4b minus 2 plus 5. Can you help me check for the mistakes? Yes, they misunderstood that the question is about equation. Do remember that it is an algebraic expression. When we move the plus 3a in the front, it's still plus 3a. When you move minus 4b in the front, it's still minus 4b. Similarly, minus 5 should be still minus 5. So you are just reordering the terms in the algebraic expression. The sign should not be changed. So that's why after you move the terms, it should be a and 3a give you 4a, b minus 4b is minus 3b, minus 2 minus 5 is minus 7, and that's all. Somehow in this question, I would suggest you, why don't you underline the terms? Which means, let me copy the question first. Let's plus 3a minus 4b minus 5. You just simply underline the like terms, like a and plus 3a give you 4a, b minus 4b is minus 3b, and lastly minus 2 minus 5 is minus 7. Would be easier if you just underline the terms and do the calculation directly. Next, let's see an example with the change of sign. So it's also talking about removing the brackets, and let's start one by one. The first one is a bracket of a minus 3b without anything in the front. So that's why we can just simply remove the brackets and write as a minus 3b. But for the next one, it's minus 4a and also minus negative 3b, minus negative 3b. So that's why we have to do it very carefully. In yellow one, you will see that it's minus plus 4a. Minus plus, so if you remember, it turns to a negative. So that's why we have minus 4a here. But the one in purple would be very tricky because it's minus negative 3b minus minus, so it turns to plus. So that's why it should be plus 3b in the calculation. Next, now we underline the like terms. A minus 4a give you minus 3a. Now we come to a very funny question. What do you think about minus 3b and plus 3b? Minus 3b plus 3b. Do you see that they are the same? The same, one is plus, one is minus. It's like minus 3 plus 3. What do you think the answer? Minus 4 plus 4, like minus 5 plus 5. What do you think about that? Yes, it's 0. So that's why the answer is very simple as minus 3a. Next, we come to multiplication and division. So before that, so do you remember you should have a and a multiplied to a is a squared. A times a is a cubed. A times a, like higher power, is called a to the power 4. So similarly, we have a to the power 5, power 6, etc. And then now we come to the examples one by one. So here you will see you have 2r multiply 3r multiply to negative r. To complete the question, so we have to divide in two parts. Firstly, we look at the numbers. We have 2 times minus. Minus means minus 1. And then you have to note that it's positive, and negative finally. Altogether, should it be positive or negative? Yes, that's good. It's negative. Next, after completing the numbers multiplication, then we come to r times r times r. So it will be r cubed. Oh, sorry, I forgot to write down negative 6 here. And then lastly, in purple, we have find 3r, so multiply together. So that's why it's equal to r cubed. So next, we have 3x 2y minus z. So we do the same thing. First of all, we multiply the numbers. 3 times 2 times minus means negative 1. So which gives you negative 6. Then next you have x, y, z. So they are different to each other. It doesn't matter. You just write that x, y, z. This is the multiplication about algebraic terms. Next, we go to the right side and look at division. Division, the main point will be, so would you please turn or write the expression as fraction? Because fraction will be helping you to cancel the terms. What I mean is you write as fraction 15a over 3. I repeat, so do turn division into fraction because it helps you to do cancellation. Now you can clearly see that 15 and 3, they cancel out and give you a 3. So that's why the answer is 3a. Sometimes we can't avoid having a fraction as the answer, like next one. 4a over 12, so we write as 4a over 12 in fraction. Next, you can see that 4 and 12, they cancel each other. So that's why you have a still on top, but 3 at the bottom. So you will see it's very different to the things you have learned in primary school. The last one is a mixture of two differentiation over there. The first one is already a fraction for you, so you can write a over 6 very quickly. Whereas the second one, you need to write as 6b over 12. And you can see that 6 and 12, they cancel out, which gives you a over 6 minus b over 2 finally. Lastly, let's come to some mixture. So we mix up addition, multiplication, subtraction, or division altogether. Now let's look at number 1. The first thing we should do will be we do the addition in the brackets first. So we always start from the brackets. R and R, 2R, so it will be equal to 3R, and multiply 5R afterward. It's multiplication, so that's why we break it into 2 steps. Number 1, look at the number. 3 times 5, it gives you 15. Next, second part, R times R, so it gives you R squared. So the answer will be 15R squared. Will it be too fast? So that's good, you can manage it. Next, so we also have brackets. Do the calculation of brackets first. Minus 2a plus 3a. I wish you can remember that we should do like 3a minus 2a. The calculation will be easier, which gives you a here. Then we still keep the brackets, multiply to negative 3b. Beware that this time is a positive a multiplied to negative 3. So that's why the answer should be negative 3 over there. So it's like 1 times minus 3 in the calculation. Then next you have a, you have b. They are different and they can mix up. So that's why the answer will be minus 3ab. The last one, we do the same thing. Division, we turn to fraction first. Minus 16k over 4. Next one, be careful, is addition. So that's why addition. And the rest is a multiplication. We have to complete them first. 5 times negative 2 plus 5 multiplied to negative 2 is negative. So that's why we write non-negative. And the answer should be negative 10. You have a k, so that's why we write a k. Beware that because there is a symbol plus in the front, so that's why we have to add the brackets for negative 10k, which is in the second part of your answer. Going back to the first one, you can see 16 and 4 cancel out, which gives you minus 4k. Next, plus and minus, you remember that it turns to negative, and it becomes minus 10k over there. Finally, minus 4 minus 10, you do like 4 plus 10 first, which is 14. Is negative and negative, so that's why it should be minus. Minus 4 and minus 10 will be equal to minus 14. And you still have a k at the back, don't miss out, and you have minus 14k finally.